This is RTV6 News at 6, working for you.
I just say that if it wasn't for the doctors and the nurses and, of course, God, I wouldn't be here.
We speak to a COVID-19 survivor who talks about what it was like to have the virus and what it took to recover from it.
The plan to slowly reopen businesses in Indianapolis and Marion County, the impact it will have on your dining experience and for your drive as well.
We've told you about 5G concerns in Hamilton County. Well, now neighborhoods in Marion County are also getting concerned. I'm Kara Kenny. Will tell you what you can do to fight back.
And good evening to you here at 6 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins, broadcasting live from my home.
And I'm Amanda Starantino at the WRTV studios as we continue to practice social distancing. First, another wet and gloomy day in central Indiana. Our view may soon be changing. Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory shows us what to expect tonight and into our Wednesday. Kevin.
And Amanda, if you look far enough, I think I see way out there a big temperature change, some sunshine, and lower rain chances. A three kind of step process on the way to Memorial Day weekend. Temperatures will be much warmer by then. Okay, we've had rain today, not a lot. Generally, 1/4 of an inch or less. Two exceptions. Terre Haute and Shelbyville both had close to 1/2 inch of rain. The showers are light. They're circulating around low pressure to our south. They're coming in from Ohio into central Indiana. We'll continue with some of these light showers this evening, but that's the operative word, L-I-G-H-T. Temperatures, they're stuck in the low 60s through 10 o'clock tonight. I'm excited to show you where the warmer air is now and when it will arrive at your doorstep in my 7-day planner.
We'll see you then, Kevin. Thank you. The number of new COVID-19 cases is down for the 3rd day in a row, but the number of reported deaths from the coronavirus is up. The Indiana State Department of Health reports 57 new deaths from COVID-19. Those deaths actually happened over the past several days, but were just reported to the Department of Health. That's up from 14 new deaths reported yesterday. Since the pandemic began, 1,678 Hoosiers have died from the virus. The state also confirms 481 new cases of COVID-19. Yesterday, there were 492 new cases reported of the coronavirus. So far, 28,705 people in Indiana have been diagnosed with COVID-19. Also, more than 189,000 people have been tested for the virus. About 15% of them tested positive for it. Here's a look at the last 6 days of newly confirmed COVID-19 cases in Indiana, starting with today. And as you can see, the 481 new cases today is the lowest number out of these 6 days. Saturday saw the most new cases at 656, but look at Sunday through today. The number of new coronavirus cases has declined for 3 days in a row. Only time will tell if that trend will continue. The State Department of Health says about 41% of all intensive care unit beds in Indiana are available. That's more than yesterday, when about 40% of the ICU beds were empty. 16% of the ICU beds in the state are being used by COVID-19 patients. Nearly 43% of the beds are occupied by non-COVID-19 patients, and about 80% of the state's ventilators are now available.
It makes me feel wonderful. Me and my coworkers, it's just exciting that someone reached out to you guys and really acknowledged that we're here taking care of them and we're doing our best. It feels good to be appreciated.
Tonight, a woman is thanking the doctors and nurses for saving her life. She was battling the coronavirus for months, but tonight we are happy to report she won. RTV6's Stephanie Wade shares the remarkable story you will only see here on RTV6.
This day has been a long time coming. 47-year-old Arlonda Johnson Dickerson has been fighting for her life inside this hospital. But today, she gets to be reunited with her family once again. A send-off 2 months in the making. This is the moment Arlonda's family has been waiting for. The day she finally gets to go home. Cries of relief as she embraces her husband for the first time in nearly 2 months.
I was praying constantly and asking God to help me get through this.
And boy, did he answer her prayers. Admitted to Seton St. Vincent Hospital on March 31st, she spent 35 days on a ventilator.
it was scary realizing you had something that everyone didn't know anything about.
It's been interesting for me because I think in my medical career, this is the first time I say I don't know as much as I did.
Dr. Richard Cardillo says the COVID patients who need a ventilator develop an inflammatory condition in the lung. They don't have the oxygen or energy to breathe on their own.
It just takes a long time to heal. And, our problem is there's very little that we can do to accelerate that process.
Arlanda says she doesn't remember much, but it was very difficult being away from her family.
We have an iPad that we take into the room, and they can do FaceTime with them. Whether they're intubated and can't talk or not, it's good to hear the family's voice.
If I wasn't able to talk to them, it would be it was already a scary situation. I think it would have been worse.
Nurse Angel Higginson, ecstatic she was able to make it off the ventilator, but sad for those who couldn't and had to say goodbye away from their loved ones.
It's hard. It's hard. I cry for the families. I cry with the families. It's hard.
Arlanda saying her final farewell and thanking the healthcare workers who saved her life.
I really appreciate everything you all have done for me.
Seeing people like Arlanda come out and walk out the door, that's what keeps me going, keeps me coming back.
Congratulations. Stephanie Wade, RTV6.
So great to see her pull through there. Thank you, Stephanie. AARP in Indianapolis is urging the governor and the state of Indiana to release more specifics on where nursing home residents are dying from COVID-19 and where the outbreaks are happening. The group's push for more information comes after Call 6 Investigates raised concerns about Indiana's lack of transparency. The state has released the total number of people who have died in long-term care facilities, but they will not release a breakdown of nursing home deaths and cases by facility, even though many other states are. AARP represents more than 800,000 members and says releasing the information would better protect our most vulnerable Hoosiers.
Communities want to know what's happening where they live, and it can be helpful in determining what might be going on in a community that we don't know about.
We reached out to the governor's office and the State Department of Health, and they responded that they will continue to provide statewide totals and require nursing homes to share information with families. As Call 6 Investigates reported, the federal government plans to publish the data at the end of the month.
There is a plan to slowly reopen Indianapolis and Marion County, but it will mean dining out will be far different than ever before. And there will be changes to traffic. Our RTV6's Troy Washington shows us what you need to prepare for.
Stepping out to grab a bite to eat Marion County won't look the same for a while, but the restaurants just trying to survive need the business.
We were able to get the Paycheck Protection Plan loan, and with that loan, we've been able to maintain our staff. We didn't have to furlough them.
For downtown Ollie's, that money is running low. Mayor Joe Hogsett is advising restaurants to limit indoor seating and to expand space outdoors while still only operating at 50% capacity.
This restaurant does have the space to offer outdoor seating, but they're worried about the weather holding up to welcome guests back.
If the weather is not accommodating for outdoor dining, we're not going to have a canopy. We're not going to be able to protect them or shelter them from the weather. So it's going to be somewhat iffy as to whether or not this outdoor seating is really going to help us.
This owner doesn't want to waste time or money. Here's the plan they've already gotten approved by the Alcohol and Tobacco Commission.
Actually going to use a private parking lot that we own just behind the restaurant for setting up outdoor tables.
Parts of Massachusetts Avenue, Georgia Street, South Monument Circle, Illinois, and Broad Ripple Avenue will be closed to traffic to make space for the restaurants struggling to survive the pandemic. Working for you in downtown, Troy Washington, RTV6.
Troy, thank you. And the city says it is doing all it can to make this a smooth transition. The Indy Chamber will give money to businesses with fewer than 150 employees. Also, it's free to apply for a permit to expand outdoor seating. We've got all that information on our website when you read this story on theindychannel.com. One of Indianapolis's largest annual conventions, Gen Con, has been canceled for 2020 due to COVID-19. The gaming convention had been scheduled to run from July 30th to August 2nd at the Indiana Convention Center, but Gen Con officials said they, quote, cannot in good conscience host a gathering of thousands while doing so could threaten the health of so many, end quote. Anybody who bought a 2020 badge can either roll it over to 2021 or request a refund. Gen Con is scheduled to return to Indianapolis in August of 2021.
Well, for more than a year, it's been our mission to find you the job that you need through our Hiring Hoosiers initiative.
And even though COVID-19 has hit our economy hard, many companies are still hiring. So let's get to the Hiring Hoosiers job feed. Steak and Shake is looking for a marketing manager to join the corporate team in Indianapolis. Responsibilities include developing, executing, and managing marketing campaigns on multiple platforms.
Commercial Air needs sheet metal installers, pipe fitters, and licensed plumbers. The company does work in Indianapolis, Lafayette, Muncie, Franklin, and Greenfield.
The Jessen Funeral Home in Whiteland wants to hire 2 licensed funeral directors. The family-owned company says they have flexible scheduling. If you are interested, call John Jessen at 317-585-6880. Again, that is 317-535-6880.
To see even more available jobs with a link to the application process, go to the Hiring Hoosiers job board at hiringhoosiers.com.
New concerns tonight about 5G structures coming to Marion County neighborhoods. We've told you about wireless companies installing 5G structures like this one here in Hamilton County. Now, Call 6 Investigates is uncovering the rollout is making its way into Indianapolis. Our Kara Kenny joins us now with the steps you can take when it comes to your neighborhood.
Nearly 400 families live here at North Willow Farms near 86 and Ditch Road. They're concerned about 5G structures coming to their neighborhood.
North Willow Farms looks like a park full of trees, birds, and all utilities are underground, which is why neighbors became concerned when they saw this public notice that Verizon plans to install a 47-foot tower in the middle of the neighborhood.
So it's the first that we had heard of it. No one had informed any of the residents. No one had informed the homeowners association.
Eric White is president of the homeowners association and started researching and learned it's part of Verizon's 5G rollout. His phone started ringing from neighbors.
Most of them I would describe as angry and concerned. A few that were encouraging us to take a measured approach because they were in favor of 5G.
Brian Braze has lived in this neighborhood for 18 years.
If placement of 5G is inevitable, we want a very strong say in where the placement goes, not along, for example, our beautiful thoroughfare and not in the front yards of our neighbors.
This is all happening in part because Senate Bill 213 passed the legislature in 2017 and authorized a massive rollout of small cell wireless structures all over the state. Homeowners and even cities are limited in what they can do about it. North Willow Farms reached out to their state lawmaker, Ed Delaney, who's meeting with Verizon this week.
So it's a tough set of facts, and I hope that the company will show some flexibility in pacing and spacing. And I hope we can get something worked out.
Delaney says legislation may be needed if wireless providers do not work with homeowners on the placement of structures.
We could give the cities more authority. Right now, the city has very limited authority and very limited procedures even to deal with this. So there are things we could do that would send a message to the industry that they need to think of people's needs and expectations.
We reached out to the city of Indianapolis, who told us we are in the process of reviewing any pending applications in consultation with our council. And Verizon told us for several years we have been using small cells in cities across the country to add needed network capacity as cellular usage grows. They directed us to their website that says Verizon Wireless has already started to install small cells in central Indiana and will be over the next few years. Eric White wants others to know about the 5G rollout and created this map using permit requests showing all the proposed structures in the area.
Verizon is effectively being treated as if they're a regulated utility, but they're also being allowed to move forward without all of the hassle of regulation, as far as I can tell, and that is concerning.
If you're concerned about 5G structures coming to your own neighborhood, you can reach out to state lawmakers as well as the wireless provider. Reporting on the Northwest Side, Kara Kenny, RTV6.
Kara, thanks. And if you'd like to see if a 5G structure is proposed for your neighborhood, you can go to this story on the RTV6 app and at theindychannel.com. Coming up, a tasty fundraiser to honor the memory of a man who spent his life helping high school students and athletes succeed.
Right now, we're just talking about warmer temperatures. We'll let you know when we'll jump 20 degrees from where we're at now coming up.
WRTV.org.
Well, if you have a window you can look out right now, it's another gray day. But as we move forward, we should begin to see a little more sunshine each day. Our rain chances, they'll go down. They won't disappear. And that's true through Memorial Day weekend, but at least they'll be much lower. The focus will be on warming temperatures. As far as what's happening this month, it's been a rainy month. We're well over our average for this time of year. We've had 4 1/4 inches of rain. It's about an inch above average, and May is the wettest month of the year, typically in the Hoosier State. Across the Midwest, Chicago's at 58, but see all of the green there? There's a circle of cloud cover and showers that's been impacting our weather. That will finally lose its influence the end of the work week. And the warmer temperatures you see out west, look at Denver, 90. Dallas 92. We'll have temperatures climb here starting Friday. You'll notice the difference, and then you really feel it as we step into the weekend. 81 Saturday, Sunday temperature mid-80s, Monday as well on Memorial Day itself. Chance for thunderstorms 40%. Put it in a positive spin, and it's a better chance we stay dry than get wet. As far as our showers now, they're all very light, hit and miss. That will continue tonight with the cloud cover pretty much remaining in place. There are the minor rain chances through the day tomorrow. Maybe some drizzle or mist in the morning. Otherwise, cloudy skies, 57 late morning tomorrow. Afternoon temperatures not much different from today, maybe even a little cooler. The afternoon hours will have a chance to break out of some of the cloud cover. As you see through the day, the green represents some very light showers, but notice how skies clear in spots late in the day tomorrow. Temperatures through the day from low 60s to mid 60s, not much of a change. The wind will be stronger, gusting over 20 miles per hour, but still out of the east. It's not until we get a southwest wind that our temperatures will start to take off. Thursday, not much different, still in the 60s. When do you see a difference, feel a difference? Friday. 73 degrees. Then into the weekend, as I showed you, those temperatures come into the low 80s Saturday. They'll stay in the mid-80s on what would have been race day Sunday with a chance for thunderstorms, and then still at 85 as we get to Memorial Day and beyond. 4 out of the next 7 days in the 80s.
Thanks, Kev. Many restaurants have been giving back to their communities as customers have turned out for great causes all over the area in recent weeks.
And that is the case up in Washington Township, where the North Central High School extended family is rallying to support one of its own. Brad Brown has that story tonight.
Last month, North Central High School Athletic Director Paul Logan passed away after a bout with COVID-19. That loss was felt well beyond the hallways of NCHS.
For 31 years, for him to dedicate that amount of time to North Central High School, and not just him as an athletic director or whatever role he was holding there, his whole family invested in North Central High School.
Paul's family is carrying on his legacy with the formation of the Paul Logan Foundation. The scholarships created will help the same North Central athletes that Mr. Logan served for 3 decades.
We really want to impact those kids who might not have the financial needs to participate, but pour their heart and soul into it and kind of help them out when needed. It was a great way to honor him, and we're blessed, and my mom says it best, is we're lucky to call him Dad, and so many other people, he was a father figure to them.
On Tuesday, Kolache Factory in Carmel held a Dine to Donate event. Proceeds going to help the new foundation get up and running.
Having the opportunity to partner with Paul and be a parent of our children on the same team was enormous. To learn someone, to have access to conversation with someone that's with that sort of knowledge and the care and the love that he presented within the Washington Township community.
From student athletes to coaches to parents, those who worked with or around Paul will continue to carry on his passion for youth sports.
You had that Panther uniform on. You meant a lot to Paul, what he was trying to help provide as an experience for student athletes, and that's what it's all about. You know, I think that's what makes this area so great is the people.
I think he understood the importance of nurturing kids and nurturing student athletes, whether they're elite or whether they're just people that just wanted to participate. I thought he's a great guy, and he'll be missed big time from my family.
As we were sitting down talking about a week ago, and just the Washington Township community as a whole has been it's been unbelievable. And as my mom says it best, is we were blessed to grow up here.
Working for you on the north side, Brad Brown, RTV6.
North Central High School will be dedicating their new proposed gymnasium in Mr. Logan's honor. The money raised by the foundation will help North Central athletes who are unable to pay activity fees for sports. To contribute, you can visit their website, paulloganfoundation.org.
RTV6 is a proud partner of the United Way's COVID-19 Community Economic Relief Fund. The fund assists with food relief, child care, care for senior citizens, resources for mental health, and much more. To date, the United Way has raised nearly $24 million for the fund, and about $18 million has already been awarded to groups that help our community. If you would like to make a donation to the fund, you can do so by texting HELP 2020 to 91999.
I'm Dave First with another RTV6 Senior Salute, the only station honoring the outgoing spring sport athletes. We head to Hauser High School, and the three seniors on the golf team, Sam Johnson, Ethan Wallace, and Keegan Miller. Sam's improvement in leadership has helped the Jets program. Ethan was last year's team captain, capped by an outstanding sectional a year ago, and Keegan joined the team as a sophomore and awarded a varsity letter a year later. Coaches Mike and Danita Compton talk about leadership and hard work as a cornerstone for all three. We wish them all the best after graduation. I'm Dave Furs with another RTV6 Senior Salute. Apply online today.
A slow temperature climb, 63 tomorrow afternoon, 73 Friday, 80s as we get to the weekend.
Thanks for joining.